Bill DeWeese here, voiceover talent and voiceover business coach, hoping that your voiceover business is moving and fast forward. And if it's not, it can be. And one of the things that may be holding you back is simply how you've positioned your voiceover business. Let me explain. Earlier today, I was consulting with a gentleman very talented guy. And he recently launched his voiceover business and has already picked up a couple of nice jobs early on, but was wanting to move things along farther and faster. And we were looking at some of the different aspects of his voiceover business. And one of the things that I realized was that he did not have his own website. If your demos are only hosted on something like voice123.com or voices.com and you don't have your own website, the message that you are sending to prospective clients is this: I'm not as fully invested in my business as I could be at this point. I'm dabbling around to see if this works. I have another job, and this is just something I'm really trying to get into, but I'm not a fully established professional voice talent. Now, they may never tell you that, and they may never think it through as thoroughly as I just described it. But if they do not see your own website, yourname.com, whatever that is, those are the kind of thoughts that are going through their minds. So they're automatically, when they're thinking through prospective voiceover talent for their next job, that puts you a little lower down on the list. So if you do not have your own dedicated website, that is one of the first things to do. Secondly, what kind of things are you putting on the website to position yourself to a broader and a larger audience? Because there are far too many voiceover talent, and I see it on a daily basis, that are really limiting their appeal by presenting themselves, really staging themselves for a local audience. Well, in today's business environment, with the internet and the way business is conducted, you really have to think not locally, not regionally, not even nationally, but globally. You should be marketing yourself to and getting clients across the country and literally around the world. But one of the things that will keep you from doing that is by listing samples of work on your website that are for instance, Sally's Flower Shop at the corner of North High and Main Street in Springfield. It positions you as a local radio personality who's put one of his or hers commercials on their website. And the commercial may sound great, but it positions you as a local player and not as a national or a global player. And even though, and I understand that you may not be there yet anyhow, but it's all about staging. And I've made this analogy before. Think of it like, and if you've never watched HGTV, check it out, because there are experts on home staging. They take your home and they take it from wherever it's at to ready to sell condition. And then they know the tips, the tricks, the techniques to make your house more appealing to prospective buyers. We're doing the same thing, only we're doing it with your voiceover business. So your own website, not using local samples. If you don't have any actual, and I'm not talking about demos, I'm talking right now about actual samples of work. If you do not have samples from name brand clients, nationally known, internationally known brands, then don't use it yet. You will have those, and when you get those, you can put those up. Now, for your demos, I often hear demos that are very local in their sound. They have local or regional businesses as opposed to positioning themselves as a national talent. Here's the thing that hopefully will alleviate any fear of doing that, and that is that casting directors and agents do not expect that the samples that appear on your demo are actual work that you've done. They understand that what you are doing is you are giving a representation of your range and the best that you can do within that range. Again, you are staging yourself. So it's not expected that your demo actually contains actual work that you've done. I mean, it's work that you've actually recorded as a demo, but not actually for an end client. So when you're doing your demo, when you're working to do your demo, and I strongly encourage you not to self-produce. Find a good, reputable demo producer who will make sure that they do it correctly. But if you need to give direction, or you insist on doing it yourself, make sure that you are working on scripts for name brand products that will position you in the mind of the prospect as a national player. They will hear you staged in a much broader context, which will make you much more appealing. Now, I encourage you to adapt that mindset in everything that you do. You are always marketing. You are always marketing. And every time that you have any kind of interaction with a prospective client, whether you're aware of it or not. I mean, in other words, you may not be there. It might be through your website or through promotional materials or whatever the case may be. You're marketing yourself. You're creating an impression, and let it be the best impression possible. And by that, I'm also including positioning yourself on a bigger stage, a national, a global stage, and you will increase demand for your work. Now, of course, you have to have the talent to back all of that up, and that comes through coaching and through practice as well. But don't sell yourself short by positioning yourself as a local player. By the way, I am in the process of launching a coaching program. If you have any interest in going beyond the YouTube videos and getting some specific one-on-one feedback and help and helping to grow your business, and part of it might include, and well, certainly we would look at how you are positioning yourself and presenting yourself to prospective clients. If you want to find out more about that, simply drop me an email at voiceoverexpert@gmail.com. I wish you all the best in your voiceover business. Time to get out there and move in fast forward. And I'll talk to you real soon.